What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Astroknomer back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at the best XM Studio statues ever created. The top 10 now, only the top 10. There's a lot of them out there, but we're only going to be looking at the top 10. But before we get into that, make sure you comment, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Now let's get into it. All right, so this first one coming in at number 10, we have the Batman Samurai. Super cool, super dope. I actually wish I had this piece, but I actually wish I didn't, because I don't know, I feel like that samurai line is such a rabbit hole to get into. My opinion on it changes on a daily basis. I think it's dope across the board, but it's like, should I get this piece? Should I not get this piece? I don't know, like, because I feel like if I get this piece and now I gotta get this one, or if I get this one, then it might not fit well with the rest of my other Justice League, and then if I get this one, I mean, I gotta get something else with it, right? Like it's just a really bad rabbit hole to get down. So I try to steer away, and I try to stay away from the samurai line from XM, but it's one of the most impressive lines we have out there. But that's enough for number 10. Let's see what we have for number 9. So coming in at number 9, we have Magneto on Sentinel Throne, and quite frankly, I don't know why this is at number 9. I mean, I feel like as popular as it is and as rare as it is, you would see this higher on the list, but I think it may be because of the scale. I know that a lot of people say that this may be under scale, so that may be why you don't see this higher on the list. But very impressive piece. I mean, I feel like outside of the scale, they knocked this one totally out of the park. So I definitely agree that it should be on this list. I just feel like it should be just a little bit higher, but that's gonna be number 9. Let's see what we got for number 8. All right, for number 8, we have the Poison Ivy from XM Studios. Again, this is one of the ones that you don't really see that much, that you don't really hear a lot of people talking about. And quite frankly, I'm not as familiar with this piece. But I do think that it is elegant. I love the spin on Poison Ivy. Obviously, the Poison Ivies we've been seeing, it comes almost like like she's coming out of a swamp or the woods or something. But this seems more elegant. This seems more like a lighter tone to Poison Ivy. I mean, it looks great though. I really appreciate this piece. I think it's roughly like 20 inches tall, so I'm assuming 1/4 scale. I don't like the one where she has like the half mask on her face, but the other one I think is fine. Again, something you don't see all the time. Oh, and by the way, just for the record, there's a dead tie for numbers 9 through 6. So 9 through 6 got all of the same number of votes, just putting that out there. But that's gonna be number 8. Let's see what we got for number 7. All right, for number 7, we have Omega Red, man. Omega Red. This is one of the pieces that I sort of slept on a little bit. I won't say, well, I did sleep on it, but I'm not on the market for Omega Red, so it's not like I slept on it and didn't get it and I want it now. But I slept on it, I saw it, and I was like, whatever. And then when it actually came out and started shipping, and I saw people reviewing it and looking at it, I was like, oh, well, this actually is pretty nice. But yeah, Omega Red, man. I think this is probably one of the best Omega Reds, if not the best Omega Red on the market. From what I've seen so far, I mean, this is probably, yeah, definitely one of the best we've seen. The paint app on this is phenomenal. The sculpt is phenomenal. The base is great. It's not a huge footprint. I think they did a great job with this. And I know a lot of people like this piece. I don't know why it's not higher, but I mean, there's just so many good ones. It's hard to choose. So it's almost like to each his own, Some people like more things than others. Some people like different licenses more than others. And I mean, just sometimes some pieces are just a little bit more elaborate than others, but that doesn't take away from the other piece. But that's enough of that talk. Let's see what we got for number 6. All right, for number 6, I thought this would be higher on the list as well. This is going to be your Batman Sanity, man. Your Batman Sanity. This is actually just now being shipped. Very fresh, hot off the press, brand new piece. A lot of people are getting it. I realized that it was 1/6 scale. I think it was a little bit smaller than what I thought it was going to be. I always liked Sanity, but I didn't think that. I think now it's like, I used to think it was like up here. Now it's like here, but I still like it though. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's cause some of the characters I didn't like how they were designed. I know that this is the David Finch take on the character, so you know, it is what it is. But I like it. I like it. I think now it's just like, it's cool. You know, it's cool. I'm not a Batman statue collector, so I would never get this piece. But I know a lot of people are looking for it, and it's pretty much sold out. I know Chris, the Batman statue collector, he's on the market for it, and he's probably kicking himself for not getting it at first. But I mean, and by the way, it's very expensive, very, very expensive. So I don't know if I'm willing to pay that much for that piece. Yeah, it's going for a lot right now. I think in the aftermarket, I think I saw someone asking for $3 grand for it. That's today. Today as it stands, I think I saw someone ask for $3 grand. And that's just a bit too much than I'm willing to pay for that piece specifically. But that's gonna be your Batman Sanity. Let's see what else we got on this list. Now, getting into the top 5, I must say that I agree with this number 5 pick. This would probably be in my top 4 or top 3, but this is gonna be Dark Phoenix, man. This is a piece that I missed out on because I wasn't collecting when this came out. Whenever this first PO'd, I guess. But this is one of the best X-Men pieces I've seen personally. This is one of my favorite X-Men pieces. This is, you know, Dark Phoenix. She just looks phenomenal. I love the bird, love the fire, love how it's sculpted. I just love everything about it. I actually tried to get this piece. And I found someone who's selling it, but it's just a little bit too much than what I'm willing to pay today. I'll revisit it after we see what XM has to offer for their showcase. You know, if it's nothing much going on, maybe I'll grab it, maybe not, but we'll see. But this is gonna be your number 5, man. Dark Phoenix, again, I totally agree with this. Let's see what the number 4 pick is. All right, so number 4, we have the Hulk transformation. I really like this piece, very dynamic. Again, this is XM Studios pushing the boundaries, doing something totally different than what we've never seen before. We've never seen something like this before, where they give us the full Hulk, they give us Bruce Banner as like his own separate thing, and then you also have like the what do you call that thing? The laboratory. That's what I was looking for. The lab collapsing around him because the Hulk is growing. So this is just, I mean, this is really cool, man. You can display it with Bruce Banner, without. I know a lot of people really love this Hulk. I think that it's actually really, really great. It's not my favorite personally. I have my favorite. I'm really picky with my Hulks, by the way, but I do think this is very good. And if I had to pick a top 3, this would probably be in the top. This is probably number 3 or maybe 4. But again, this is a really good piece, man. Really good piece. I can see why it's here in the top 5. A lot of people like this piece, but let's see what we got for number 3. So for number 3, again, something I very much so agree with is going to be Batman Shogun. Crazy, crazy piece, man. This is something that, I don't know, like XM just took it to another level with this piece. It's freaking massive. The amount of detail in this piece is unheard of. This is one of those, I think this is one of those grail pieces that we talk about, you know what I mean? I know we throw that word around a little bit too much, but grail, I think this is worthy of that. I mean, look at this piece. This is freaking phenomenal. You haven't seen anything like it. The concept is crazy. The execution, paint apps. This is another one I slept on because I stayed away from XM's whole Samurai line, and I, you know, really didn't even really much pay attention to it. This was the piece that really made me open my eyes and say, okay, well, let me double back to this Samurai line and kind of just take a peek and see, and just really look at this and see what's here, because you know, I just, you know, like I said earlier, I just wasn't really into it. But this piece right here made me open my eyes, and I didn't realize until after it shipped and people were reviewing it, and you know, I was getting close-ups and you know, good lighting, and not necessarily that the lighting before wasn't good, but you know, it's different when you get a review, especially with a collector that you trust and you familiar with and things like that. And so seeing it from that lens, it really made me open my eyes. And you know, I really love this piece, and I actually am sad that I took it for granted, or else I would have it right now. But that's gonna be number 3. You can probably guess what number 2 and number 1 is. but let's see what it is. Number 2, something that we have been talking about a lot, and if you're into the community, you're into the groups, and you're hearing some of the conversations, this is something that everybody's been talking about. And quite frankly, this is a statue that, or statues that people have been saying may be the statue of the year. I don't know. We'll review that in about a month. We'll see. Now this is gonna be your Thanos and Lady Death. Again, something that I have coming. I'm really excited for these 2 pieces. Something that I'm happy I jumped on. I was also late. This is another one, because I'm a very picky guy. And I looked at this, I looked at the Thanos, and I looked at the Lady Death, and I was like, that's really cool. But then I was like, it's cool. Then I left it alone, let it simmer. Probably about 4 months later, I was like, nah, I gotta get that. You know what I mean? So got those on the way. Really excited for these. Statue of the year, I'll let y'all answer that. Y'all let me know in the comments right now. Is this statue of the year? Is Thanos and Lady Death statue of the year? Let's debate it in the comments. Or give me your favorite XM Studio statue before we get into number 1. But let's see what we got. Before we get into number 1, I want us to get into a few honorable mentions. It's gonna be my honorable mentions that I think should have been in this top 10 list. One being the Justice League versus Darkseid. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know why this wasn't on the list. This statue is crazy. And maybe because I saw it in person before, so you know, maybe it just hit different for me personally. But all I know is I feel like people are sleeping on this. I feel like what'll happen is once it starts to ship and people actually start to see it in person and see it you know, on reviews and close-ups and things like that, it'll start to get more attention. Then actually, if we check this list again in a year from now, it's gonna be up. It's gonna be in this list for sure. So we'll see what happens. But that's gonna be one that I have for honorable mention. I'm also gonna say Storm. Reason being is because we don't have there's not a lot of storms out there, and the storm that XM gave us was absolutely phenomenal in my opinion. It's gonna be Storm, and also too, the last one I want to give is Cyclops. I took that Cyclops for granted. I'm not gonna lie to you. I saw that Cyclops and I thought it was nice, and I didn't jump all over it again because I'm picky. And you know, I was also trying to decide between Sideshow and XM, and I ended up getting neither. But now I've kind of finally made up my mind, and I like the XM, but it's like sold out and it's hard to get. And if you were to get one, you're probably gonna pay a premium for it, and I'm not sure if I'm ready for that. We'll see. But that's gonna be my 3 honorable mentions. Let's see what number 1 is. All right, so coming in at number 1, you already know this is gonna be the Hulkbuster, man. The Hulkbuster. This is automatic, man. Everyone knew what number 1 was gonna be. It's gonna be Hulkbuster. By far the most impressive piece from XM I've seen personally. I would say that this is top 3 best statues ever made, in my opinion. The amount of detail, the size, like I said, XM always does a great job in taking things to the next level. XM always takes the molding and what can happen with sculpting and statues, and they always stretch the envelope just a little bit more. It seems like every other statue they do something a little different that kind of makes you think, okay, so we can actually do this. And so now what happens is the entire statue landscape, the entire statue community, you see companies like Sideshow, you see companies like Prime One, these different companies, they start to say, okay, they actually pulled that off. Let's see if we can do something in that same vein. And now the entire statue community benefits from it, right? We're getting statues that we've never seen before, doing things that we've never seen before, because, you know, I feel like XM influences pushing the boundaries of what can be done, right? And I just really appreciate XM for that. Definitely one of my favorite companies to ever make statues. So let me know. This has been the top 10 voted by y'all. This is not my top 10. This is voted by you guys. So let me know. Did you like this list? What is in your top 10? Give me your top 3 in the comments. Let me know. What was your favorite from this list? Just let me know. Make sure you comment, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and be on the lookout for the next video. And until next time, y'all be good, y'all be safe. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.